Welcome back. Welcome back. It's your girl Yeri, aka Star, and we got Morris, aka Zilla, in the building.
What's good, y'all? What's good?
And you are here with the Procrastinators Podcast.
Well, we sound like an old jazz station.
Because I am in my past life. You know, I was a jazz musician or something, so I gotta keep that going.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, you know, as we all know, we're in January right now, but so much is happening in the city, so much is happening in the world.
Yes.
And, you know, we got so much happening. We got Mardi Gras coming up. We got Valentine's Day coming up. We got just some other shit happening. Just some other stuff going on. Do you have any plans for Valentine's Day?
Spend money. Mostly spend money, spend time with my significant other. That's pretty much it. Nothing major, nothing big.
Yeah. Do you feel like you really need a day to dedicate your passion or love to your significant other or crush or whatever?
Again, this is my personal beliefs, so don't nobody get upset. Me personally, I feel as if it shouldn't just be one singular day. Rather, it should be shown again when needed. And again, in my personal opinion, I feel as if Valentine's Day has definitely gotten overblown, and it's kind of like if you don't give me anything or at least acknowledge it, then there's hell to pay. Again, both sides, not just the women's side, and also male side. Me personally, I feel as if it shouldn't be just one day that you show and express love and gratitude to said person. What about you?
I mean, I definitely feel the same. I think that people should show their love and affection every day, whatever that looks like. But I guess as humans, we need something to relate to every now and then. So it's like, yeah, we have to have
those little pick-me-ups.
Yeah.
You can call it that, pick-me-ups.
Pick me up. Like, all right, just on this day, I'm going to show some extra love. Or some extra like. I'm going to do something. Because just to show you I fuck with you.
What's the best Valentine's Day gift you got?
I want to be problematic and say something.
I mean, again, it's our podcast. We could say it. We could
but that's
much
like
say anything.
That's
so.
really I don't know. The only one that I could really remember and recall is probably a bouquet of roses and a big stupid teddy bear, like bigger than me, like really bigger, like up to that ceiling.
Aww.
But that was in like high school.
Aww.
It's so long ago. I'm ready for something else, you know. I'm ready for somebody to show me what I mean to them. I know what I mean to me, but you know what I'm saying. Go all out, because I'm going to go all out for you. You know. Yeah. But, yeah. So, we know you got a girl.
Yeah. It's obvious this day. It's like, yeah, I really don't put myself out there like that. I mean, what was it? What was the purpose of saying it?
So, like, has there been a moment where you felt like, because I would think, okay, so as a man, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you subconsciously feel like you have to compete? Or, you know, like women are like, oh, yeah, I want this, that, and a third. And you're like, okay, I'm not really with that right now. Or, like, how do you kind of deal with that? Or no pressure.
All right, no pressure bet. All right, so one, I am not in competition with none of y'all ninjas. Not the other word. I'm not in competition with y'all ninjas. If it was competition, I would have already won by now. Let's be real. Second off, I mean, both of us are adults, so I feel as if anything that is said, we would definitely discuss it or have a conversation of it about it being a issue or not. I mean, it really it really depends. Because mine don't ask for that much like talking about it, so it's not like, oh, I want a trip to Cabo or some shit like that. It's like, I mean, it's not that much stuff that's really asked that it's like, yeah, nah. So, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much we understand to stay within our means, and again, it's the thought that counts, not the size or the price tag of it.
Yeah. I mean, so has anyone ever gotten you anything? Like has she gotten you anything before? Or do you look for anything? You can also not answer. We can also like skip over. Yeah. I don't know. We don't have to.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5th. I'm gonna plead the fifth. I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Lawyer is the only thing you gotta say.
Hey, I would like to see a lawyer. I would like to talk to my lawyer. But nah. Yeah. I don't know. For me, it's just like I've never looked at Valentine's as a day. It's like, oh my God, I can't wait till it. It's like it's another day. I'm gonna get these same cards from Dollar Tree, and it's marked down, blow pop from Walgreens. It's like, it's just a regular day to me, in my opinion. Yeah,
It's just a regular day.
it's just a regular day to me. Again, it's not just one day where it's like I'm gonna show you all the love and expression. It's like, nah, I do it the majority of the time. So it's like, ain't nothing different about this.
That's
We're
what's up.
not about to switch up the process. No.
That's what's up.
So,
Yeah. I mean, I wonder what Christen and BlueFace got planned. Are they gonna show? You think they go turn their love around?
they're gonna get matching gauze bands.
They
Matching gauze bands.
They're gonna be boxed out on Valentine's Day.
Matching boxing gloves.
I think that's crazy though, cause it's like love looks differently for everybody.
Definitely.
Cause to them, like we might see, okay, so Christen and BlueFace, Christen Rock and BlueFace the rapper, they have been in conflict for as long as we've seen them in the public eye, and a lot of people have opinions on their relationship. Now, a lot of people say that BlueFace, they feel bad for BlueFace because he's allowing violence to happen within their relationship. He getting boxed out, black eyes from her and her daddy. And Christen, she be talking ish, but I'm pretty sure she is on the receiving end as well as for violence, domestic violence, and things
Definitely.
like that.
BlueFace said these hands are ready to eat for everyone.
For everyone.
Definitely.
For everyone. But I feel like I don't feel bad as a human, I feel bad for both of them,
Okay.
but not more so of like, oh, I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad for BlueFace. I don't feel bad for her, because at the end of the day, they know what they both signed up for, and I think that's tough love. They're willing to go to. I feel like they met each other match.
Tough love.
Tough.
Emphasis on the tough love, not the love part, but the tough part.
Like it's really tough. I think that I think that they met their match though, because I was watching more of her videos, and she said that she's 11 of 12 kids. And I think like her dad wasn't around, or it was just her mom. And she had to raise her brothers and sisters. And she grew up around violence. She grew up around drug abuse, alcoholism, this is that and the third. So ain't nothing to stand up for herself.
That part.
Ain't nothing for her to put a nigga in his place.
Ninja.
A ninja, a guy in their place, a person in their place. But yeah, she'll be like, you know, you're not about to play with me. I'm about to this, that, and the third. And I mean, I haven't heard much from BlueFace, but, you know, coming from Christen, she's just like, ain't nobody really show me love like he showed me love. Because they didn't even start off as a couple. So she was someone signed under him, and then they started dating. But she was
Now
just
that
like,
I did not know.
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so she was like signed, I forgot what it was exactly, but she was signed under contract with him, and then that's when, because she was like, I ain't about to mix business and relationship, but like, they started messing around with each other. But yeah, she was just like, I ain't really been with nobody who showed me love or who genuinely cared about me. And I know people who like that, who are just like, oh, well, I'm used to these negative influences in my life. And even though this person kind of messed up for what they're doing, at the end of the day, I know ain't nobody got me like they got me at the end of the day. So it's like, it's a little crazy, it's a little tough. But if that's how you feel, if that's what help you go, then that's your business. Do I not recommend, for the lack of better words, recommend, but I don't wish that on anybody.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm gonna have to go against you on that one. I feel bad for Blue.
Why you feel bad?
I ain't gonna say BlueFace. I feel bad for Blue. Just off the fact, one, I think he didn't understand what he was getting into. I genuinely think he felt as if he could just mostly get like be on the uka masculinity type stuff and just again thug it out. He realized a little too late that's not what you can do. Again, there's definitely been times to where you have seen where they've been around each other and you can see that BlueFace is mentally not there. Like he'll just have a blank. Prime example, when he got smacked in the head with the crown bottle. Afterwards, again, while she's patching him up, trying to stop the blood. Trying to stop the blood
that's
from flowing.
crazy. That's
This
crazy love. That's crazy in love.
That's
That's
the new-
dangerously in love.
That's the new age Ike and Tina. They're
Yeah.
the new age Ike and Tina.
Yeah.
When we get older, people are not gonna say Ike and Tina. They're gonna say Chris and BlueFace.
Yeah, that's funny.
So, hey, in my opinion, at the end of the day, I hope both of them are able to find help because it's clear the mental things that they need to get over before they consider seeking a relationship with each other again. But in my opinion, though, it's like, yeah, I kind of feel bad for Blue. I kind of feel bad for Blue. She ain't got you fighting her daddy. Got you on live television in 4K, fighting an old man that you don't even know like that. Along with fighting your brother and the whole situation with your mother again, which I still don't agree. Blue, you are a explicit word that I can't say since we're trying to monetize now. But outside of that, at the end of the day, I want both individuals to be able to come out of this relationship as better people.
So like, why you give him pity though? Like why do you feel bad for Blue? Like what's to feel bad about?
I don't know, dog. It's like that. There's always that runt of the. It's that runt of the pile, and he just looks sad. He just looked depressed. It just be like, dog, I don't know what I got into, and I really can't escape it.
You don't think he have the power to leave though?
Nah, I feel as if Chris would kill him.
You think they tied to each other like that?
I definitely feel as if Chris would definitely kill him in his sleep. With no hesitation.
I mean, he got the money though.
What that mean?
He could just leave. He could just drop it. He could just drop her.
Okay.
But he said,
This girl has a prosthetic tooth with his face on it, along with his government name, along with multiple areas on her body that are tatted with BlueFace, along with his real name, all over her body. you ain't just ducking that and expecting no repercussions.
You're really not.
That comes with across the country. What's that word I'm looking for? High speed chase getaways. That's basically going to look. If you really think about that, I can see BlueFace just in like the Arizona desert, just trying to speed off. No, you see
Get
it's
away.
Chris saying, "You ain't gonna get away from me." So it's like, yeah, I could feel for both people. Now, do I encourage that type of relationship? No.
Definitely
And if you look for that type of stuff, go get therapy.
Yeah, you need
ASAP.
therapy. This might be a little kink there, but you need to go handle that if you want something to work out in your life.
Definitely. Since we're on the topic of violence and just people getting harmed, we're gonna switch it over to the local news aspect of it. For the individual, for our listeners that are not from the city of New Orleans, right now stuff is looking very, very, very bad. As far as all spectrums of violence, we can go. It's a list. And surprisingly, the number one thing is not shootings. It's mostly car robbings.
Yeah. Which is surprising. It's not
I'm not.
surprising, but the statistics are.
I'm not surprised. Just off the fact, it's kind of like, what do you expect? You have a city full of young what's the word? Young hardheads.
Juveniles,
Yeah.
juvies. But they're juveniles.
Yeah, juveniles.
Yeah.
Juveniles, and again, there's really nothing for them to do. The city is pretty much at a stand. Well, we're at probably we're at our lowest right now as far as certain things and certain ways we're trying to be portrayed as a city, which is completely lies. But again, that's a different topic for a different day. But right now, stuff is bad. As far as, if I'm correct, the statistics say in this month alone, 404 cars have been broken into.
404.
404 have been broken into. And 9 times out of 10, majority of those numbers are from the Saints and the Pelicans games.
Yeah. A good amount.
Yeah. Now, again, they've changed. Again, NOPD has changed that to where they have units in each lot. But my thing.
But where was that before? Like, where were y'all when this was happening? Because they want to drive around any other area, but on days like this, events like this, you need cops patrolling everywhere, especially downtown.
Definitely. I mean, again, these are subcategories we can definitely dive deep into. But it's some more, for us, we are more so focused on the fact of providing solutions, since these individuals are closer to our age range. Because again, the main thing I know for a fact, the city is hearing, along with individuals that attend city hall meetings, is just the constant problem. This is the problem. This is the problem. Again, what we tend to do is we come up with solutions in order to start the conversations, in order there to be some action that would be met behind it. Again, whether that be through us or through other people, we at least want to inspire some sort of change.
That's true.
One thing I definitely feel as if can help out as far as with the crime rates and violence and stuff. You gotta stop being too lax on these young dudes that want to be Nino Brown so bad. Along with, and this may seem childish, but I feel as if we definitely gotten to this point as a city to where as far as like every trial date, the parent is required to come. And as far as before the case, the judge along with the lawyer needs to do an interview with the household as a whole, so that way that goes into my apologies. That goes into the sentencing of said juvenile. Just off the fact, let's say for example, Lil Man is on trial.
Not Lil Man.
Lil Man is on trial because he wanted to rob an old lady at the Rouse's on Chapatulas. Now, if Lil Man comes from a troubled household that's full of nothing but drug dealers, from him that go all the way down to his granddaddy, then unfortunately, the best possible solution might be keep him away from that, just off the fact the probability of it happening again will definitely increase compared to if you were to give him his said time that he earned. Again, with every decision comes a consequence, and I feel as if individuals our age or lower than us don't understand that.
But my thing is too is like, all right, what's the plan for 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now? Because I'm pretty sure just how you have, like, say, for example, you have a teenager who's doing bad in school. They got like a 0.5 GPA. You know, who do you hold accountable? You can hold the parents accountable.
As you should. That's
But
the
you
first
can
thing.
also hold the school board accountable, or you can also, you know, just how, like, what does it look like long term? I feel like these kids need mentors.
Definitely.
You need mentors, and you need more people who outreach programs, and people who are willing to, because we could talk a lot, but also how are we being involved in our lives? And I think that's the point that you're trying to get to.
Again, it's just more so again, get back to that. Again, it's sound old school, call me an old head. Again, the saying, it takes a tribe. My bad. It takes a village. It takes a village
to raise a tribe. It takes a village.
It takes a village to raise a child. My apologies. It takes a village to raise a child. And I feel that quote definitely has a lot of significance and facts behind it, just off of the proven evidence to when you compare certain time periods. Again, I understand there are elements that you don't factor in, but the fact is, when we're at a point to where your next door neighbor could check you if you was messing up, and your mother not saying, "Oh, you're not about to tell my child what to do. It's my job to raise them," because they feel as if they're trying to tell them they're a bad parent. I'll take the era before it now, because nowadays people haven't become too sensitive. It's on certain problems that needed certain aggression are deemed too harsh. When in actuality, that harshness is needed in order to get certain solutions. And right now, I just feel as if, again, one, parents don't raise their kids that much no more. It's just a fact. There's been multiple times where I've seen 12 and 14-year-olds out on Bourbon Street and on Canal Street. Why the fuck are you out there? You have school in the morning. You need to be worried about ELA class and SATs. Why are you out there? Again, as you said, it could fall back on the school board also. But unfortunately, again, we're in a city where a majority of our public schools are charter, which means they have the choice over their curriculums, and the curriculums that they are choosing, to be honest, are not really life skills that need to be taught.
Yeah.
Again, yes, basic English, how to write a paper, how to study, those things are important. But when you get to college, you learn and realize none of that means nothing. And then after college, you realize there's still certain aspects of basic living that you don't know. So, again, the question then becomes, what is the true purpose of our children attending these educational institutions?
Would you homeschool your child?
I've given consideration to it. I've definitely given consideration to it, just off the fact I'd rather my child understand how to create a budget, how to understand how to go about their day and how they want to function it, and understanding that time is the most important thing and how you go about it, rather than Christopher Columbus found America. We went to World War II around this time period. Oh, the light bulb was created. It's like, again, certain things is just like priority-wise, I want to set my kids up, and looking at the current system and looking at the current state of schools down here, when you compare public schools to, say, private schools or other charter schools that actually understand how to, what's the word, allocate their funds, it really becomes discouraging as far as looking at the whole plane as a whole, trying to educate my kid. What about you?
I've thought about it. So I thought about homeschooling my child because I feel like there are certain aspects and subjects that the school system does not provide for a child in their growth, like agriculture,
Yes.
sustainability, tax, finances,
Financial literacy.
just like things like that. Black history.
The deeper roots of
History.
Black history,
The deeper-
not just the early 1900s, just the early 1900s.
History in general.
Yeah.
But I do feel like I want to incorporate social engagement, like that whole school institution. That aspect, yes. Other than that, I want to teach my kids outside of an institution. For how long, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it'll come to me, but it's definitely an option. Because I want my kids to tell other kids, be like, this is not how they did that, and the third. And be like, yeah, you tell them. You tell them what happened in 1986. But yeah, just they're able to put their friends on, or they're just able to be ahead of the game. And you also have to consider where you are regionally.
Yeah.
Because I think that we're behind. Like I saw something on
Very
Twitter,
much so.
like where
70% of kids can't read on a second grade level.
On a second grade level.
That is sad. That is very sad. Again.
But it shows you what we prioritize as a city.
Hey. And another thing I want to add as far as solutions that we could use as far as to help curb youth violence. We could, what's those things called? Trade schools.
Yeah.
As far as giving kids on job ready skills to learn, the soft skill aspect of it, like creating a resume, understanding how to go about an interview, understanding how you can ask for more money when you get to the conversation of hourly wages and whatnot. Because again, at the end of the day, the original idea to go to school is so that way you can get a job, so that way you can make sure you can provide for yourself, along with others and shit.
But not even that. Like when you really think of it at the core, I'm not a man. But to be a young man, you have to have the confidence to ask for that. And you have to have the knowledge to even know that, okay, this is why I'm doing this. This is important. Because I've like my sister, she's 18, and she has friends who are, around that age or younger. And they're just like, I grew up like this. And most of my friends, they passed away. Like they died due to this.
Thanks.
And because of that, I've resulted to drugs. I've resulted to alcohol. I've resulted to violence. So it's like they don't think in the future. They don't think they don't think the importance of life
As a whole, because it's just, again, at a young age, you see a certain perception, and it's just like a certain element that's constantly bad. You seeing on the daily basis that's negative. I mean, what do you expect the outcome to be? So, again, as far as with all these solutions, again, we are open to anybody else that wants to speak up on it. Again, let us know. DM us at Procrast Podcast.
On Instagram and Twitter. Yeah, if you have any comments, if you have any just questions,
Yeah.
DM us or send us a message.
Or if you have any programs that you feel as if that should be pushed out, or kids that age should know about, please let us know. We would not hesitate to post that on our page at all.
Yeah, isn't there one of them is like Son of a Saint in New
Yeah,
Orleans?
Son of a Saint, YEP. You
Like
can,
the Boys and Girls Club.
yeah, again, but I feel as if it's definitely something that we should definitely encourage more of. Again, these are not babysitting services, parents, so you can't just drop your kids off and not forget about them. Again, it takes your part too.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, at the end of the day, but we still want to come up with solutions. And again, if there are any individuals of the age group that we are speaking on right now that you have some solutions, we do not discourage over here. A dumb question is a question that's not asked at all. If you feel as if you have something you can add to the conversation, speak up.
Definitely do.
So,
like given that the youth, they have, because of the decisions that they make, they have hard repercussions.
yeah.
So what would you say has been like the hardest thing that you've had to learn in the past year? Like the hardest lesson?
Shoot, I'm still learning now. But as far as that, I mean, I keep it as simple as possible. We all human. We bound to fuck up eventually. We're bound to mess up eventually. I'm sorry, I'm trying to come into this new year, and not cuss as much. Work with me. But yeah, a lesson I had to learn the hard way. Everybody not perfect. We're all unique, but none of us are different, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Again, you are meant to be you, and that's not a bad thing. The people that feel as if that is a bad thing, then they have issues with their own problems. Again, all you can do is wish them the best and hope that they come to the level that you are. But again, there's nothing wrong with being you. Yeah, that's pretty much.
What's your hardest lesson in
Yeah.
2022?
I have a lot of lessons. I feel as if I could definitely. Huh?
Bring back bullying. Some niggas need to be bullied.
Some people need to be bullied.
Controlled bullying. Controlled bullying. Controlled bullying.
Some niggas probably wouldn't have some all back bullying. Not everybody.
We next episode we're gonna have you on.
Bring up stuff into a locker.
Yeah.
Because some ideas are stupid. But they,
They do crazy, dumb things.
True.
If little Johnny thinks he's gonna be a school shooter, maybe we should shove him in a locker.
Maybe we should bully him. Show him what it's like.
Maybe he wanna pick up that gun.
We do not encourage
Nah, it's just a joke. This is all prop.
all props.
This is all props.
What about you, Star? What's a lesson you feel as if you had to learn the hard way?
Definitely love myself. That's so cliche. But if you really don't love yourself or show the same love that you do for other people willingly, then what you have for yourself. And I would say I have learned some lessons in many ways and different. It's been like a overall theme, but it played out in different ways throughout 2022. And definitely put myself first. Because, I feel like that looks like getting to know me, dedicating myself to me or my time to me, being okay with saying no, stand on that.
Facts.
Yeah, just like pursue my dreams, don't let nobody, it's too much hate in the world.
Oh, hate.
And I was also thinking too, like, it's so easy to be negative.
Yeah.
It's so easy to be negative.
Oh, yeah.
But it takes courage and it takes confidence and it takes, you gotta be willing to be the change in a room, even if it's a challenge, even if it's a challenge for yourself. Yeah. not to make this a therapy session.
Nah, you good, dog. Again, if it's one thing our listeners have not, for our new listeners, what we tend to do is we tend to reflect on situations we go on throughout our daily lives and turn those into lessons that, again, hopefully you all can resign with. Yeah, no, you good, dog. Nigga, stop podcast. We can do what the fuck we want. Shit.
Because, I mean, I feel like, if you love yourself, you show up for yourself, you develop trust, you develop confidence, and, if you keep pouring your cup, ladies, women, you keep pouring your cup into whoever, to your friends, to your family, to your finances and your love and all of that, whatever, what you got for you. And just give it back to yourself. But yeah, like, be who you are, be unapologetic.
Yeah.
And don't let nobody tell you nothing. Don't let nobody. It's okay you can be confident. I feel like you can be arrogant. But yeah, when there's too much ego in a way, then that's when you gotta look at yourself.
Tone it down a little bit.
You gotta tone it. Gotta pipe down a little bit.
Yes. All right, so before we get out of here, this week we did 2 polls. And we purposely did it just to see how y'all would respond. First poll was, which is better, brown liquor, white liquor, or wine? Surprisingly, there was a tie between brown and wine. So I want to know, what do y'all have against white liquor? I just need to understand. I need to know and understand that.
You really can't. You gotta take a shot of white liquor.
Oh, y'all pussy. What's wrong with it though?
Hey man, I don't expect you to understand it though.
Brown
Who's sipping on Malibu, though?
Brown make you want to fight people. Not too much. Not too much.
That's your Drake.
Not too much. But nothing is wrong with white. Nothing's wrong. Again, white, you more mellowed out. Wine, you just gonna be on the table.
What they say, brown?
Brown make you want to fight people. You know how
I
many?
feel like it's
angry
the opposite for me.
What they serve Saints fans in the dome? Brown liquor.
The Hennessy.
They serve them brown liquor. They serve them brown bourbon whiskey.
Or the Crown.
Whiskey. That's why y'all be so mad on Monday mornings, dog. But again, we're not here to talk about the Saints. The next one was, which one can you go without for life? And some people surprised me on this one. The options were music, phone, and PS5. The results were a tie between music and PS5.
What's the percentage?
50-50.
50-50. A PS5.
I'm surprised because there were some men that I thought was gonna say, nah, I could go without a phone before I go over a PS5. The phone got 0 votes.
Yeah.
Some people just don't need to be playing PS5 with all the job applications.
Hey, some people rent them, but we ain't gonna talk about that. But nah, I'm really surprised. I'm not surprised by y'all people. The fact that y'all can't go without a phone. What you think?
I'm surprised too, because a PS5 over a phone, I would think as much that we're glued to our phones, people can't live without it. But not everybody has a PS5. People got Xboxes. People got Switches. I don't know.
First of all, don't get me started on that big old chicken box they call an Xbox. No. Second off, the Nintendo Switch is cold. I ain't gonna lie. Nintendo Switch, not the other Switch. Not the other Switch. Get your head out the hood. Get your head out the hood.
No, not this one. You could press stop, by the way.
But again, throughout the week, we still will post daily polls again. We're open to all opinions and ideas. Again, just hit us up. I promise you, when y'all do, we don't be doing nothing. We either be at work or we be at home. So
we be reading the comments.
That part.
Yeah, so, leave some comments. Everything that Zilla said, leave comments, DM us if you want to hear us talk about certain things, or, let us know where y'all from, too. If you from New Zealand, you could be from LA, Atlanta, wherever you at, and I'm at New York.
Shout out to my Baltimore fans, a.k.a. Greg Roman. Gone.
Woo-woo.
Greg, Roman, gone. All right. But yeah, that's pretty much all we have for this episode of the Procrastinators Podcast. Again,
Message from our sponsor.
oh yeah, but again, yeah, we spoke on toxic love, and again, how if both of y'all sick, y'all both need help. So it's probably best if both of y'all just leave the relationship and just, again, go your separate ways and get help. It's as simple as that. We also spoke on the violence of the city. Again, we are a solution-based podcast. We don't talk about the problem, so if you were expecting to hear the problem, you can go to another podcast. We don't do that over here. And we also spoke on what is the biggest lesson we had to learn the hard way. So again, these are all topics we feel as if, again, these help you get throughout your week. And again, spark the process of thinking and whatnot. But after all that, again, we're the Procrast Podcast. Follow us on all our social medias at Procrast Podcast on Instagram and Twitter.
And TikTok is 504 Progress Podcast. And we had a video, but it got banned, and it's all good though. People gonna hate. We made it. But also, hopefully, listen to this episode, you're able to find community in whatever way that seems for you, whether it be a mentor, whether it be friends and family, or even if it's a community within yourself or things that you like. Just pursue what you like, pursue what you love, and then your group will find you, your village will find you, or you'll be there in no time. So aim towards personal growth. Definitely. Stay lazy.
Facts. Stay lazy out here and shit.